Now we're going to create nested paragraph styles, and I'm going to show you some of the things you really need to know when you get into the more complicated ones. First thing I'm going to do is remove these two styles that we have here from the style, and I thought I'd just do it live so that you can see how to do it. I'll just double click on my text, come down to drop caps and nested styles. I'll remove the drop caps just by resetting it to 1. It's still green, so I've got to turn off the character style. Go to none, and then we go to our nested styles here, and I can simply delete it like that, clicking OK. So let's say we would like this price here to be something different. We'd maybe like it to be bold, and we'd like it to be 14 points like this and red. Come over here. So we'd like our text to look basically like this. Now we'd like to build this into a paragraph style so we're not formatting everything. So I could take this and turn it into a style, and I'll just do that anyway. Go to a character style, double click, and call this one price. So if I were to go into the paragraph style here and say, you know what, I want this nested style here, price, to be embedded in here, and we'll put it, well, it's through the first word. We don't want that. Well, another choice is up to the first word, up to the first tab character, and that takes, there's a tab in here. And I'm sitting thinking, you know, how do I get this on the last character? Well, to be honest, there's not really a way you can do it, just have it on the last character like this. So we've got to rethink this. And this brings us to the point that I really want to make here. If you are building a complex style with nested styles in it, the style, the paragraph style for the paragraph has to be the very last characters in the style. In other words, these have to be the style. The Cochin Bowl 14/16 red. So this is our paragraph style. So let's start here. We'll create a new style, double click, and we'll call it menu text 2, like that. Now, of course, when we do this, all this text changes over to the red style. Again, bold 14/16, but we don't want that. We actually want it regular 12/16 and black. So we've got to make this a nested style. So I can just double click up here. We can come in here and choose drop caps and nested style. Add a new nested style. And we don't have one, so we're going to create a new one here. We're not going to have a preview as we have seen here. And we'll call it menu text 2. And we'll call it character to differentiate it from this menu text. So we've got to choose our character formats. Well, it's all Cochin, so we don't need to change that. That's okay. But the font style we do want as regular. And the size, we want it as 12 point. And the leading, 16 is good. We don't want to change the leading, mixed leading within a paragraph. That's okay. And the character color, notice we get the question marks here. It's not going to change it unless we do. So now we have overridden it with black. Clicking OK. So, menu text 2 character through the first word. There it is up there. So how do we get it to the end? Now I could say the first period, but there's 2 periods in here. I happen to have a unique character here, which is a tab. You can't see it, but believe me, it's there. So I can come over and go through the first tab character. Click over here, and there we've got it. Now while I'm in here, I'm just going to set the tabs here. I'm going to set the setting for the tabs. I'm just going to put in a right tab. I'm going to put in a leader dot space like that, and then just slide it over. About there looks fine. So that looks pretty good. We'll click on OK, and there we've got our style. We can come down and apply it to this one. Now, of course, we can nest other styles within this. So I can double click. Come back to drop caps and nested styles. I can put my drop cap style in here. At the moment it just is red. The drop caps are controlled from this box up here. We'll set it over 2 lines like that. And then we'll put a new nested style in here and the red intro through the first two words. And we'll come over here. Let's see if we click out of it. It should come up. It's not showing in the preview. Through, that should be 2 anyway. Like that. Clicking OK. And it didn't work. So why is that? Well, you've got to deal with your nested styles very carefully. If I double click here and go back into my nested styles, we can see that the first one is our menu text. That's the general menu text here through the first tab character, which is here. Then after that, it'll look for the red intro through the first two words. Well, it is red here, but this is our basic style. So what we need is this red intro to move up above this one. So in order to reorganize our nested styles, we select this one and simply come down here and move it above like that. And there we can see the text has now come through and is above this one. So I'll just click on OK. And there we have effectively 3 nested styles. This is the paragraph style. This is a nested style. This is a nested style, and the drop cap is a nested style. So, very powerful, and in the next movie, we're going to have even more nested styles in this using grep.